been a brilliant morning. We're only a few hours in and already my head is exploding with ideas. I'm thinking, what can I take back to my organisation? I'm thinking, wow, I was not expecting it to be this discursive and fiery in places, but it's been brilliant. The use of AI has been incredible, and not just in that category. I think use of AI in more or less every single award we've judged today has just shown what it can do to speed things up, to create multiple variants of stuff, just to make lives easier and way more relevant for people.
People are looking at cases from slightly different angles, and that diversity of perspective is engendering quite an interesting discussion. It feels like we're on the cusp of a new era of media-first creativity, where the aperture for that creativity is much wider than it has been before. People are being much bolder with the way they use media than they perhaps were 10 years ago. It's always an engaging debate. It allows us really to get under the skin of the work, not just to deliver creativity, but to drive growth. And this is one of those rare forums where you really get to get into that.
So nice to be able to come together in a room with lots of peers across the industry, people that you often don't get the opportunity to speak to, and I'm seeing a lot of complex ecosystems that come through into the work, and I think they should be celebrated, but equally we must remember to celebrate the things that are not as complex, because it doesn't mean that they're not as good just because they have a simple methodology, so to speak.
A lot of the interesting work that I saw is not just like creative brand campaigns, but also campaigns that move the needle on commercial outcomes. And I think that's extremely hard to do, to bring creativity and to bring commercial mindset together. And if you're able to do that effectively, we've seen some great work coming out. So I'll definitely take that back and share that with my teams, that it doesn't have to be one way or the other.
I think it is a great creative idea, not so much in terms of a media amplification or social media amplification.
Both have used AI in a certain form or a way.
I gave it a very high score, and I still believe it's a strong case, but my three favorites are 1, 3, and 4.
It really dug in and used data to be smarter. I mean, I want to encourage that. Like, I love that thinking.
I was sort of torn. I liked that they were coming into like a crowded marketplace, and so they were able to break through there. Like, they're not a challenger brand in that category.
The creativity and just even the orchestration of getting a product out there were quite impressive. They broke it out kind of by market. But I think to me, those two were clearly head and shoulders above the rest.
Huge, festive, made sense, like fun, creative, 100 times the budget. That is where my bias is, but I align with all those three.
I mean, looking at again the criteria for the category, had they put in, we had the highest sales and blah blah blah, then yes, it would have been definitely top. But for me, that's what was missing.
It combines purpose and business impact on a societal level, which is today, I think, more important than in recent years.
That integration across all media was consistent, clear. He was driving the communication. The language was his. Just in terms of objectively category, it would work more better.